Call 812-883-3369 or stop by the corner of Main and Hackleberry Streets for your hot, fresh pizza today. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
This is a very special day. The breeze took the clouds all away. It swept the sky like a broom and got ready for a very special day. This is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very special day it is. It is a wonderful Thursday, a beautiful Thursday, and I've got with me my co-host this morning is Greg.
We're living right. It's a little warmer this morning.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, reminding that we are still in the summer officially, even though we've had our Labor Day. I heard someone talking the other day. They were like, "What's that day that you're supposed to stop wearing white? You know, what after?" And they say, "Well, that was years ago tradition, and now it's gone. I think it's gone. I think there are some that still do, and but for those, but for those that do not go that route, it's okay. I think anything goes anymore, but it's still officially summer. So there we go.
We'll be close to 90 today. So
absolutely.
We're back up in a little warm
right.
weather.
Let's thank our sponsors this morning.
Yes, Meadowview Healthcare, excuse me, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rosa's, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn here locally, and McAllister Land Consulting.
And you know what it's going to be? It's going to be a great day, a great weekend for the race, and we're going to hear about it right now. I'm just going to let the promo play. Sprint cars are back at the Salem Speedway with the Kentuckiana Ford dealers Joe James Pat O'Connor Memorial presented by Hard Truth Distillery and NOS Energy Drink coming up Saturday, September the 7th. Division racing are the 500 Sprint Car Series, Kenyon Midgets, Diesel Boys Race Parts Legends. There'll be sprint cars and drivers at Eddie Gilstrap Motors on Friday, September the 6th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for fans to meet and greet. Open practice on Friday, September the 6th begins at 3 p.m. Grandstands are free to the public for the open practice. The Midwest Vintage Car Club with vintage race cars will be on display and making laps on the famed half-mile oval Saturday before the race. On Saturday, the pits open at noon. Practice begins at 3 p.m. with racing starting at 7 p.m. and the NOS Energy Drink girls will be on hand Saturday to hand out free drink samples. Adult general admission is $25. Chairback is $30. Kids 6 through 12 are $5. 5 and under are free. Get more information at 1-866-2GO-RACE or check out salemspeedway.com. At Salem Speedway, the racing is so fast, it's already history. The Racing is so fast, it's already history. Just like
Right.
that promo. Whoosh, whoosh. Well, that's exciting, and bringing the sprint cars back. They're back, baby, and doing a little bit of that, and then doing a little bit of the vintage cars around. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a fun weekend.
The sprint cars and the midgets were always some of my favorites to watch out there. So, and it's been a while since I've even been there to see them, and it's
so they're back,
good
baby.
Good time.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yep.
I know that a lot of people were wanting them back, so Salem Speedway's making it possible. So a lot of fun it's going to be. They always go there's several things going on. So right there at the Speedway. So they have so many different generations they're touching, and I love 5 and under free. That's pretty cool. So for little ones, you can bring family friendly and a great time for family time. So anyway, Salem Speedway this weekend, and looks like the weather's going to be perfect.
Yep. Today, in going off that, things going on to do, we've got the Houston Astros will be playing the Reds today at 1:10. So we'll have the pregame show on at 12:40 for you Reds fans, and see if we can get some games made up here. They're still in 4th place. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 games, 22 games left to play, so we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Also tonight is
Don't
the
give up on us, baby.
opening night for NFL regular season for Thursday night football, so we'll have the
Chiefs,
Ravens and the Chiefs, and Taylor Swift will be calling plays maybe.
Well, I think she wrote some of the plays.
I found out yesterday not to say that because somebody was really upset after I said
that. but I do want to say I've heard that she's it's funny because there are so many people that like just for a hobby or just for fun write plays for football. I mean, it's funny the people that do that, and you know what? They might be successful, right? So if she writes music, she writes songs. Well, maybe she can write football plays, right? Maybe this is a new gig,
Maybe so.
And I think I don't know if they just were joking about it, but they did show it to the coach. You know what I mean?
They didn't show what the coach did, but.
They didn't show his response, but I imagine he was like, well, here's what my dad would say: we'll take it under consideration.
An advisement.
An advisement, yeah, we'll take it under consideration. We'll just look at that. I'm sure he gets a kick out of it.
I had to laugh this morning on Rick and Bubba. They had some equipment failure yesterday, and they brought an engineer in, and they were talking about this morning that they were at first saying thousands to fix it, and then they ended up ordering a power supply for $40, and it'll be in. They got it overnighted. It'll be in today, and they were joking and saying that they got it fixed yesterday with bubble gum, paper clips, and baling wire, and that reminded me
exactly what we do. Absolutely, those are just some of the list things you keep in your toolbox.
But they have an engineer down there, much like your current engineer, who will actually fix things.
Oh, absolutely.
And you got some that will come in and say, "Oh, you got to get something. You got to get a new one."
Yeah.
And it's made up. Any piece of equipment's made up of components that can be replaced. It's just the will to do it.
Yeah. Right.
And,
yes.
And there's places out there that these.
And we have one that has a wheel.
Yeah.
Has very
you got
much a
capacitors and things that can be ordered for 20 cents a piece, and you can fix things pretty easy.
Yeah.
If you want to do it. Yeah.
So Mike, if you're listening, a big shout out to you. Yeah, he puts it all back together for us. I love that. But anyway, back to the football. So that's exciting. I know a lot of people already I saw people wearing their Chiefs outfit, and of course drinking from their Chiefs cup today. So those are going to be a lot of fans out there watching. So that's going to be exciting for sure.
Then also there'll be some people watching football tonight. Some people will be watching Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Yeah.
So
I'm afraid to say it the third time. I don't need a Beetlejuice.
Say it once, say it twice.
I know.
Third time's a charm.
I wouldn't know what to do with him.
Heck, I'll even what was the word? I'll even possess myself.
I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do.
Funny stuff.
I think I would have fun though. It would definitely be. It'd be definitely a ride. But that comes out tonight too. Yes, exciting time.
Some lucky people got to see it last night.
Yeah, and then I do want to say that
lucky people got to listen to Coach's Corner. So.
Absolutely, Chris Hunt did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
And I want to thank our 3 county coaches, East Washington, West Washington, and Salem, for coming in, doing a great job on that. And Chris said that this was a cool story. A trucker, I can't remember where he was from, Nebraska or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere, a great place he was from. He was listening, and he said that he had to go get McDonald's ice cream because Chris kept talking about it.
Ice cream.
Yeah. So I said the power of radio.
Also,
sure.
This was funny. I had these in my computer, and I was going to do something before I had everything set up. And he had the big discussion's been how many people listen. Okay.
Yeah.
So he saw this and he said, "Is that our listenership?" And I said, "Well, it beats the alternative."
Yeah.
No, we had there was about 600 on Facebook, but there was also people on Twitter and YouTube and then on the radio.
Yeah.
But
so that's,
anyway.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job with that. Yeah, he's having a lot of fun too. And when they bring the players in, I love that. That's the best when they bring the players in. And I'm loving it at McDonald's. Thank you, McDonald's, for letting us host it there. They are wonderful. They're wonderful staff.
And it was packed.
Yeah.
It was packed.
McDonald's is always
night.
packed. I don't think there's a time of day that McDonald's is not busy.
Yeah.
But they kick it and they do a great job. So they bring us those wonderful Big Macs, and of course right now they've got the pumpkin spice coffee, and
the $5 meals.
Yeah,
and
that's a great deal
on
for the summer.
is it Tuesday night from 4 to 8 they have Happy
$3
Meals for
Happy Meals.
$3.
Yeah,
that's a good
great
deal for families. They got birthday parties and
you can book your birthday parties there at McDonald's. Yeah, wonderful. Something else though that I've got up on my Facebook page, you can go to Rebecca White WSLM and sign up. I'm going to be giving away some Colts tickets for this weekend. They play the Texans. That's going to be a fun game.
Yep.
And then I also have some IU football tickets. So if you want to go to Bloomington,
if you're not affiliated with high school football in any way, it's tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's Friday
tomorrow night.
So
if you want to go, give a shout out to Becky.
Bloomington, yeah, which is fun. Or,
Western Illinois.
Yeah. So anyway,
we won't be able to cover that game because of our high school football games, but tomorrow night we've got Salem going to Scottsburg, Eastern's at Brownstown, and West Washington will be at home with Mitchell.
Now, the Scottsburg is a pretty field. That is a really nice out there. You know, I mean, it's really nice. So that'll be a fun game for Salem. Yeah, for sure.
Now it was funny. Jeremy was talking last night, and I don't remember seeing. Of course, I looked out last week and I couldn't tell who was who. I guess I need to bring my glasses next week. But anyway, he said after that first quarter, he sat down on the bench with the players and said, "What are we doing?"
Yeah. What are we doing here, guys? What's happening here? Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
And then
he's a really good coach.
Indiana Sports Talk will be on 9:30 to midnight tomorrow night. Saturday up early with Indiana Outdoors at 5. Good show if you want to get up and listen to it.
Yeah, but a lot of people listen to that. Yeah.
For the deer hunters, they'll have lots of stuff going on about deer season, hunting season.
That.
I know.
Getting their stuff ready.
We don't have since IU plays Friday night and Purdue's on a bye week. We'll have Texas at Michigan at 11:30, and then at 3 o'clock we'll have Iowa State at Iowa. And then Sunday with the Colts at 12:30, the Quaker State 400 NASCAR race at 3, and then later on we'll have the Sunday night game, the Dallas or the Los Angeles Rams and Detroit Lions. Yeah. And then I'm sure there's a Reds game in there someplace too.
Absolutely.
We forgot to add, but we'll add that. Yeah, we got a few more left this season, and then it won't be long before Pacers will start back up.
Oh, exciting for sure. Yeah, I'm getting my Pacer gear all in for sure. All right, we're on to the 5th day of September. Today is International Day of Charity. Love that. Very good. We got some really good charities to give to, but always when you give to a charity, make sure you do your homework. Make sure that the money is going directly to that charity. You know, there's all kinds of people that, I don't want to say scammers or people that take advantage of that, but there's really good good charities to give to,
Yeah.
but just make sure you do your homework and make sure it's going to the right person. Charity.
Sometimes these companies experience in airline industry they call a layover, and sometimes some of the money lays over and doesn't get to them.
Yeah, that's sad, very sad. So I'm all for giving to charities, but and I do it too, but just make sure you do your homework. National Be Late for Something Day. Always late for something day. I'm late for a very important date. No time to stop and say hello. I'm late. All right. National Cheese Pizza Day.
Ooh.
Yeah, cheese pizza. You can't go wrong with that. It shows a big pizza pie. And Papa John's has you covered there. Or you can stop in at Mama Rose's and get a big cheese pizza. Sounds good. National Shrink Day. Okay.
And that's at the psychological.
What's the show that I took forever to watch, but then I really liked it. Where they shrink. What am I trying to say? Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man.
Yeah, it took me for a while to get on board with that, and then I love it. Yeah.
I just trust me.
I just didn't know. I don't know. Yeah.
You would not watch it.
Could not get me to. Not there yet. And then, yeah, I do like it. So National Shrink Man. What's that? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yep. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah. A lot of that.
And one of our most famous psychologists on TV was Bob Newhart. He was a psychologist.
What's that got to do with shrinking?
Well, they call a psychologist a shrink. That's
shrink.
what that's.
Okay, I was thinking shrinking as little.
Yeah.
You're thinking as shrink as in shrink. Yeah.
It was chosen today because it's Bob Newhart's birthday. Actually, he was the psychologist on the Bob.
Oh, it's a different kind of shrinking. Okay.
No, it's a shrink. I had to go to the shrink today. My psychologist. Yeah. I don't know why they call him a shrink.
I don't think they say that anymore, though. I don't.
Today they do.
I don't know how that. Like, I think that's kind of a term that's not acceptable anymore. I don't know. I mean, he goes to a shrink. I don't think they say that anymore. I think they go to a counselor. They go to talk to someone.
And he just passed away not too long ago, so he missed a birthday. He was born as George Robert Newhart in 1929 and changed his name to Bob while he was in high school. He began working as an advertising agency employee in Chicago and an accountant and a copy editor at the age of 13, and then he started his stand-up comedy and then got into TV.
Which was hilarious, yeah.
Yep.
The one was when he had the inn, and it was my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl.
Yeah. And then the last episode, then that he woke up and it was like he was on the old show.
Yeah, that was fun. That was cool ending, and no one knew that was going to be the ending. No one knew that. That was a surprise. So that was really cool. Yeah, that's cool. All right, this is cool. Something for all you car lovers out there. Lamborghini is releasing a new baby stroller.
I wonder if it'll go fast.
My first Lamborghini. Can you imagine? If you were a baby. Well, when I got my first Lamborghini, right? If you buy this, does that mean your baby has a... I don't know.
It looks just like a baby stroller.
Lamborghini's releasing a first baby stroller. They partnered with the luxury stroller company in the UK for it. It'll be available early next year. The website says it's for parents and or babies who want to discover the fusion of luxury fabric and precision engineering.
It looks just like a baby stroller with some red on it.
Yeah, I know. No word yet how much they'll cost. Because, can you imagine?
They're afraid to tell.
Not as much as the actual Lamborghini will be, though, but likely in the thousands of dollars. Their promo for it is like a car commercial, and looks like quick cuts with multiple shots and angles. They say there's producing an extreme limited number of them, I bet. So you should sign up to get yours, get in line. If you want one, they're billing it for the world's most exclusive person, and if you have a newborn child and you need speed, if there's a need for speed, then there you go, the Lamborghini stroller. So I wonder, like, if it's battery packed. Wonder if you put a little gasoline in it.
It just looks like a stroller, and it's got some red on it too.
I see it. Oh, I know. I'm just trying to make fun of you.
Yeah. other than a.
But they could have played it
I know.
so many ways. They could have made it. They could have put like a little engine looking. They could have really, you know what I mean, designed it a lot. I think then it would be more where people would really want
I think Little Tykes would have probably done better because they've had like cars, like
well, yeah, look at
Lightning
all the things they've got.
McQueen
They've
and
got
different
one
things.
that looks like a tank. I mean, it really looks like a real tank. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? So why would they not do that on the baby stroller? I mean, there were so many ways they could have played this. I feel like could have had an engine, could have had, you know, I mean.
If somebody got that for
like
me, you know what I'd say?
What?
Tanks.
Tanks. Yeah. But yeah. Well, I think the baby stroller. I think that like having like even like a what is it? What's the guard or like a
Bumper.
or window? I mean, or
You could have had headlights on it.
Yeah, you can
Put
do all
headlights on it. You might
Cute
want to
little
walk your kid in the early morning or something.
If you bought that stroller, you better use that stroller.
Yeah, I
You
have
better
a
get
feeling
your-
they're
you better
gonna.
hit your
It's
thousands
probably
of
gonna be.
dollars out of
Yeah,
it.
it's probably gonna
Yeah. So maybe it would be under the Christmas tree for people this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be on rollback.
But if I got it, the child would be, let's see, an 18-year-old. Get back in your Lamborghini. Get in there.
Yeah.
I'd want to get my money's worth for sure. Yeah. But with 6, maybe we would get our money's worth. I don't know. Who knows? But strollers are very important. I do want to say that is very important. So they picked a good thing definitely to do.
This is a bigger, like full-size stroller, but the ones that really come in handy are the little ones that you can fold up and take with you.
Yeah, those are just nice. Yeah. But I had to have a double stroller that would fit 3 at a time. Yeah, so you know, I had really had it down to a science because you know
We
what I mean?
just needed a wagon.
You didn't have. I mean, like you didn't have the Walmart pickup. I mean, you had to go to the store to get it. You know. I mean, to get food, and you had to go hunting. Yeah. So now we have Walmart pickup, which is a blessing for families, and I hope everybody utilizes that. But years ago, and if I put all the kids in the cart, then I wouldn't have room for groceries.
You have to have 2 carts.
You have to have 2 carts. Yeah.
Sometimes 3.
Well, no, I didn't do the 3 cart. That was I'll just come back to the grocery store for that. Yeah. So it looks like something else that Amazon is banning, which I'm not crazy about this. They're banning their delivery drivers from singing along to the radio. I just want to say, well, I know. I'm really against this. If you ask anyone which company is the most, I guess, trending employees poorly or treating poorly, I don't have my glasses. I'm sorry. These are not right. There's a good chance they'll mention Amazon. And here's the latest. There's talk online that Amazon is banning the delivery drivers from singing. Okay, here we go. Maybe I've got something. Oh, yay. Heavens have opened up.
Hallelujah.
Okay. Hallelujah. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Give me those.
There's miracles
Those
now.
are going to go in the trash.
Yeah, there's miracles.
3 X's.
All right. Okay, hang on. I can see. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. Okay, if you ask anyone which company is the most, from treating the employees poorly, there's a good chance they'll mention Amazon. What? Say what? Okay, there's talk that online that Amazon is banning their delivery drivers from singing along to the radio. Some employees and former drivers said that Amazon was cracking down on distracted driving and dinging them if they were caught singing. How would they know? Well, Amazon has cameras in the vehicles.
Big Brother's watching.
The spy on drivers. Not surprisingly, and that's how they'd be able to see if a driver was belting out, rolling in the deep, or something. Amazon is.
That one might be one to just that song.
Now this is something I want to be facts. I don't want to be one of those silly rumor stations. Amazon is denying this. Okay, so let's just whoa. This might not even be true. Okay. A spokesman's quote, "This is completely inaccurate. Amazon has never issued guidance or communications that prohibits singing in the vehicle." So, okay, that's fake news. I just want to, I had not.
There's a lot of
read
fake
that.
news.
They even offered up some evidence by sharing a previously produced video detailing a day in the life of Amazon delivery driver. It does mention that cameras in the vehicles to promote safe driving, which I think more places are doing that. I think there's going to be cameras everywhere. But it also shows the delivery person singing in the van. So there we go. So there's our story. So that was fake news that they're banning that. They're not doing that. So sing along and maybe tap your feet, Amazon.
There you go.
Tap your feet to a really good beat, okay? So I just want to clarify that. So Amazon is denying that. So there we go. Yeah. Because why would it hurt anything? I mean, that's something you do in the radio in the car.
And yeah,
I mean, that's like number one thing when I'm driving. That's one of the better part of, like, especially if you're doing a road trip, having some really good music, and just good company, having a fun time and belting out songs, you know. And I hate whenever the artists get it wrong on the radio, you know. Makes it rough for me. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And it looks like too, some of the other top stories is the top who, what, where, and why. Okay. Who is speaking at the DNC tonight, the Democrat National Convention, from August the 19th through August the 22nd. Besides the politicians, there's going to be Stevie Wonder, Oprah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, these are things that people Googled in August. These are the top searches.
Oh, maybe I should have read the full story, right?
It's okay.
Google, I was going to say, I think we already had that. Google did another one of the look backs in the top who, what, when, where, and why questions we asked last month, and here they are. So who's speaking at the Democrat National Convention tonight?
Which was a few weeks ago, but
right.
Yeah.
Right. What does monkeypox look like?
Okay.
It was actually in the news again in August because the World Health Organization declared it a public health emergency. It starts out looking like pimples or blisters and turns into scabs. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I Googled, hang on, I want to say this. I Googled.
What did you Google?
Hang on. Why are everybody wanting tickets to go see the Bills or the play? And Google said, I have no idea. Okay. Here's what other people were Googling in August. When does the Love Island reunion air?
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what Love Island. I don't know. I know Fantasy Island. Also another one with Love Island. Where to watch Love Island's reunion? I guess it was a very popular dating show. Didn't know that. And why is everyone saying demure? And which on TikTok, which I do know they are, is the newest slang term last month. It means mindful about how you present yourself to the world.
Okay.
So bonus, the top how question was asked at how long is Blake Lively's new movie It Ends With Us. And here's the answer: 2 hours and 10 minutes, or 384 pages if you're talking about the novel.
But that would you, I mean, if it's a movie, you'd want to know maybe like what the review is, or what the positive, what's it about, or whatever, or what's the rating. But to ask how long it is, I think you're. How long do I have to? It translates to me as how long do I have to sit through this?
Well, that might be, yeah.
Now, today it says trending searches are JetBlue Airlines in Israel, the Joker 2 movie, an asteroid hitting Earth in the Philippines, Southern California heat wave, AT&T workers strike. When does the Joker movie come out? October 4th. Okay.
Which is with Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of I don't know. The Joker gets a little disturbing on some of his stuff.
They said most of this is going to be set where he's either in prison or in a courtroom.
Yeah.
And then he drifts off and has little daydreams where they're singing and dancing and.
Yeah, I wonder how Lady Gaga got. Like, I wonder if that was something she wanted. Like, I wonder if her agent said, "Hey, I'd like to be in that," or I wonder if they approached her. I wonder if she approached them or if they approached her. And then I just wonder, like, on all of that, I wonder if that's something that she thought would be kind of a fun role to play.
Don't know.
I don't know. I've not heard anything.
But to be some people from the previous one in this.
Yeah.
So consistency on that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was a little
It's a little disturbing.
different.
Yeah, a little disturbing, yeah. Well, so was the last Batman was disturbing too, so I think they're bringing that back out.
But that was Batman.
But that was Batman, yeah.
I can take a little disturbing in Batman. Of course, he was a darker character in the comics.
In the comics, but not
and a
on the
detective.
screen.
He was
Yeah.
like a detective, and
Yeah.
that made him. This was pretty spot on.
Yeah, big difference in Bruce Wayne than the TV.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
TV.
Oh, that was
was
real.
huge. I mean, pow, wham.
Yeah.
Big difference. So I believe they're actually re-releasing that, and also with the Beetlejuice in the movies. Also comes out this month. Is it Blink Twice? Blink Twice. There's several movies.
It was the 85th anniversary of Batman
Yeah.
appearing in Detective Comics, so they re-released this last movie, and with that they had a popcorn bucket.
Really cool popcorn bucket. It was a searchlight, and it lights up. Yeah. Really, really cool. With a bat on it. Yeah.
They were really
And it's a
stepping
green
up their
light.
game with these popcorn buckets.
Yeah. We had that discussion the other day.
Yeah. Well, we're
Well, it's important. If you're going to go to the movies and you got to get your popcorn and you want to get your Juji fruits and all of that good stuff, so or milk duds.
Juji fruits. I don't know that they.
Oh, there's Juji fruits.
And for those that
When I
get
had
in line
braces,
today, there might be a
that was-
Beetlejuice
yeah.
popcorn bucket.
Yeah. Juji fruits. Yeah. Still an all-time favorite for people, I think. Still popular. Even though now you can get, like, they have pretzel bites. They've got, let's see here. I think you have slushies.
Oh, you can get a full meal just about.
I
A hamburger,
know. I think pizza.
order it, and they bring it into you, and you sit in the theater and watch it.
Yeah, and then you get a recliner. You get one of those reclining chairs.
I had a question on a survey yesterday
I think a cheeseburger. too.
about where all you could go to sleep, and
Movie,
one of
yeah.
them was the movies.
I think that I really do. I believe my dad. I think when we used to go to the drive-in all the time here in Salem, when we had the drive-in. I think really a lot of times he would load us up and we'd all go just so he could take a big nap. You know what I mean? Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite pictures, and I don't know whatever happened to it, was over at the Queen contest at the fair, and he was hanging out of the station wagon window.
No, it would take. I mean, he put the hours in.
I know, I
Late
know.
night. Yeah. You can only take. Sometimes you just gotta drift off. Sometimes what I mean.
I
And
know.
there's nothing. I'm gonna close my eyes for just a few minutes, and then out it is. Nothing wrong with that at all. Right.
You can feel it coming sometimes.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't. You just think, okay, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a minute and then out. Yeah. Yeah. But the movie theater is a really good place. And especially you have like a blanket, and it's a little cold in there, and
Well, they've got it so comfortable now with
I
these
know.
reclining seats.
yeah.
No.
Oh baby.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah.
That and a blanket, and you
Yes,
have to
I'm
come get
out.
me in
I'm
2
out,
days.
Yeah. When we went through the movie, they played the movie 5 times, and you've been asleep. Yes. Yeah, I think people would pay for that. Well, another thing too, especially if you're on a road trip and you're riding in a car. Usually I'm the driver, but if you're riding in a car too is a really good place to sleep.
Well, it is, but it isn't.
Depends on who's driving.
You might get something squirted at you if you go to sleep. No.
Something squirted.
I'm just joking.
What?
I'm
You never had anything squirted at you.
I'm joking, but I mean to wake you up.
Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should bring a squirt gun. I don't know. I've never done that before, but maybe. I don't know what you're talking about squirted at you.
I'm joking.
That's scary.
Nothing's been squirted at me, but I mean, but I do tend to doze off.
Yeah. And I think the reason that they were asking how long the movie is, maybe they're wanting to go out to eat afterwards.
Oh,
A lot of times
maybe they're
people
trying
do,
to plan their
yeah,
evening.
maybe so. Yeah, dinner and a movie, dinner and a show. Yeah. So.
Well, there's other ways to look that up, I guess.
Right.
Google it, but maybe whatever.
Yeah. Right. And birthdays in September. It looks like you want want to tell the birthdays in September?
Let me get back to it. Birthdays.
Oh, Michael Keaton.
Freddie Mercury's birthday was today.
Oh, man.
Passed away in 1991.
Yeah. And what a wonderful... I mean, you think of his talent and how talented he was, and to write the songs that he wrote, to
but his
perform
voice
like
was
he did.
Just a fluke that he was born with
Extra teeth.
extra teeth.
Yeah, yeah.
To be able to sing like he sang. Yeah.
Right, but I think too, like the mannerism. You know, they said that whenever they were actually doing Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, that like to capture his mannerism. I mean, the way he walked, the way he, you know, his arms, his hands, you know, I mean, was so incredible. So yeah, I think you've got to give huge respect to him on that. And talking about a huge like icon, a huge part of history, you know. And then when you hear Queen songs all the time, you know what I mean? And I think
Right here.
all generations listen to this, you know, which is good. So, all right.
There's a bunch of people I don't know. Dweezil Zappa, who would have been, I think, Frank Zappa's granddaughter, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. 55.
Our good friend Michael Keaton is 73 today.
What a wonderful birthday!
Celebrating
You know,
a birthday with a big check.
Well, sure, and he's like walking all these red carpets, you know, and it's really fun to watch them on the red carpet. And of course, he's been hitting all of those. So I mean, I'm sure he's celebrating his birthday somewhere on the red carpet, doing, you know, I'm sure they're doing something big there.
George Lazenby is 85. He's still around. He was the first James Bond when they made a. This was back in the 60s, I think. They made a movie of the first book by Ian Fleming, who was he would be like the British version of the CIA, and was an actual agent, and he wrote about James Bond. And those movies, those books got made into movies, but the first one was called On Her Majesty's Secret Service. And then he was replaced by Sean Connery. And then Sean Connery left, and Roger Moore took over, and then there's been several since then, and now they're trying to find somebody else to carry on.
Yeah, they've had trouble finding some of them.
William Devane is 85. He actually played in The Dark Knight Rises. He played the President. He was in the Space Cowboys movie. Bob Newhart would have been 95 today.
No, wait, hang on. He was also in Knots Landing.
Oh, Knots Landing, yeah.
Yeah. Now he's...
do you know who that... Do you know?
I'm trying to remember which character he was. I don't remember. No, 100%. No.
And that was an offshoot of Dallas, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Bob Newhart, yeah, 95. Comedy legend. And yes, Professor Proton from the Big Bang Theory, which is hilarious. And the
Papa
Elf.
Elf.
We forgot Papa Elf.
Papa Elf.
That was hilarious. That was great. Yeah.
And if you're a real deep fan, him and Don Rickles were buddies, and they traveled a lot together.
Yeah, that would have been...
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine being a
two
fly on the
people
wall?
completely polar opposite?
Totally. Yeah. Opposites attract, right? Right? Yeah, that would be great. Really great. Raquel
I'm sure
Welch.
Bob Newhart spent most of those vacations red-faced.
Oh, you know it, for sure. Raquel Welch, legendary sex symbol, a poster of her fur bikini covered the escape tunnel in the Shawshank Redemption.
Never seen it.
Yeah, Raquel Welch, beautiful, absolutely.
1 million BC was an old, early kind of a science fiction type.
Jesse James, the Outlaw. Okay.
I don't understand that one. But
Yeah.
anyway, died in 1882.
Yeah. Didn't he rob banks and trains and Jesse James? Yeah. Outlaw.
Yep. That was the theme of, I think, the second Eagles album. Was like outlaws and shoot 'em ups and stuff.
Yep.
They went out and did pictures.
In the desert, yeah. They took some time out in the desert. Yeah.
Well, that was that was how they got their name.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
were smoking and
Yeah. Today is also, let's see here,
Oh, 6 days to Patriot Day.
September 11th.
September
Yeah,
11th.
yeah, definitely. Let's see here. I guess those are some of the dates, I guess, coming up. We talked about the cheese pizza day, which since the Grands, we eat a lot more cheese pizza. We used to have toppings on our pizzas.
They don't like. They pick all that off.
They just want cheese. That's all they want is cheese pizza. That's all they ask for, cheese pizza. So there we go.
Well, now we know people that can't follow simple directions.
No. No, that was spam.
Okay.
That was just some spam call.
Cassius Clay, 64 years ago, he and your mom knew him when he was Cassius Clay.
Yeah.
Won the light heavyweight boxing gold medal at the Olympics in Rome back in 1960. That's
she
cool.
said that she lived in Jeffersonville, and so like early morning, like at 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, like it was still dark, and he would jog around the neighborhood, and like there was a car that would follow him for safety and also for lights, and you would see him all the time out jogging. So you talk about discipline and taking care of your body, and getting up early and getting that done. That's so awesome. And of course, it paid off for him.
Yep.
You know, Muhammad Ali, and but he was Cassius Clay. Yeah.
Yep. See, another thing. 38 years ago, Dire Straits, who was from Australia, they won the MTV Award for Video of the Year back in 1986. Money for Nothing.
Yeah.
And Sting sang in that a little bit.
Yeah.
Sting will be here in Louisville a couple weeks.
Right. And Bourbon and Beyond, and of course, then we'll have Louder Than Life. We've got a lot of concerts, good concerts coming up.
Oh, this is cool. 8 years ago in 2016, speaking of Freddie Mercury, he got an asteroid named after him on what would have been his 70th birthday.
That's cool. You know, where you can have things named after you, you know, like you can have like a star named after you.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that. I wonder if it was that kind of a thing, or really, I guess they really did it, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
So he'd been 78 today. Wonder if he'd still be. I mean, there's a lot of guys out, and
Still
ladies still out making music.
Yeah. I bet he'd still be kicking it. Might be a little different, might be a little slower, but
he might not be
still
swinging the microphone around, but the microphone stand, but he'd giving it.
I bet he would still do it.
Giving it a go.
Yeah. Well, Adam Lambert took over, and we saw them in Tennessee, remember? And Adam Lambert rocked it. He did a fantastic job. He was wonderful. Yeah. I thought the Queen concert was fantastic. And he was very respectful. I felt like he did it his own way. He did their music, their songs, but he added his own way of doing it. So I thought it was very good. Yeah.
He did
He came out,
put a little Frank Sinatra.
And I ride my bicycle and bicycle, and then he came out in a big motorcycle. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yep. Here's some random things, and we were talking about Batman earlier. And you remember Batman had a utility belt. It had little pouches with stuff in it. It says that Batman in the comics carried a chunk of kryptonite on his utility belt just in case Superman ever turned evil. How about that?
Was that actually in the comic book, or they just added that?
Says it was. I don't know what.
So who was first, Batman or Superman?
I'm thinking Batman was. Because Superman was in Action Comics and Action. Let's see. Let's ask. This will be on next month.
Yeah,
what was searched in?
What was that? What was in September? What was searched? Because I lean more towards Batman, like in Batman more than Superman.
Batman or Superman came out in 1938, and Batman came out in Oh, wait a minute. We might be real close here. May 1939 for Batman, and April or June. So Batman came a couple of months before Superman.
Well, look at that. There you go. I'm Batman.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he was in his own, it was in Action Comics, but Batman was in Detective Comics number 27. So they had 26 other
Well, Batman's got the Batcave. He's got the Batmobile. He's got the fun toys. He's got a butler. He's got a lot going on. Superman has some different issues with, I guess, himself too, but like trying identity, like glasses on. He's Clark.
Yeah, he went from.
And then if he's glasses off, he's Superman.
See, Superman used to be on the radio. I don't know if Batman had a radio show or not, but Superman went from the comics to newspapers to radio, and then went to TV.
That was him flying through. Here, pow. That's pow wow. That's what he's hitting.
No.
That's the kryptonite is getting me.
I don't
Those old
know.
radio, when they would do that,
know.
and they would use some kind of a. Wait, let me see if I can do it. Ah, can I do it?
No,
Ah.
battery's dead. No.
Yeah, no, battery's dead. Boo. I know. Wait. You can't hear it. You
I can
can't
kinda hear it.
I know, it's bad. Yeah, all my fun toys. Everybody plays with my toys. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Well,
they
they've
like to.
been
Everybody
around
likes
for a
to
little
play
bit.
with my toys.
We don't have batteries.
Yeah, I don't
We need to
even.
put some batteries in them.
Here we go. Maybe something here.
Shh, keep it down. Hey, you.
What was that? What is that? What is that?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah.
well, I don't
Nemo,
know.
that's
Nemo.
Nemo, yeah. I'm anyway. No, yeah, they're playing my fun toys. I'm not getting to have my fun toys. But anyway, yeah, I love it whenever they do radio like that.
And just for comparison, these two came out in 1930, whatever I just said, 39. Spider-Man didn't come out until 62. So there was several,
wow.
a long time
Yeah.
before the Marvel started ramping up. So the DC characters have been around a lot longer.
So you had Batman first, then Superman, and then later came Spider-Man.
Spider-Man and
Which you can't, Spider-Man rocks. You can't beat a good Spider-Man, And again, they have changed the different characters. Again, with Spider-Man, you have so many different people. You got 3 different guys that have played it.
Marvel did come out in August of 1939, and the first characters were the Human Torch, which was part of. I don't know if he'd been part of the Fantastic Four yet, and then Namor, the Submariner, was the first 2 characters, and they were it's called Marvel Comics.
Well, it's crazy to think that comics were around that long ago. I mean,
And they were
Think if
probably
anybody would happen to have them. They'd have to be. I bet there's somewhere where they have those comics.
sold almost the first issue sold almost 1 million copies.
Oh wow. Well, you think about it. I mean, taking you somewhere that like on an adventure like that.
Yeah.
I mean, now we have so many like movies that we go watch. I mean, you have so many. You can watch things on your phone. You can watch. Your
Captain
computer.
America came out in 1941. Was the next character.
Captain America.
So he was, and then of course, then when Stan Lee got into it back in the 70s, that's when all these, or 61, sorry, he was in 61.
So like Thor and like
he would have been.
Iron
he was
Man.
behind.
Those all came later on.
He was all behind a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, those didn't come till later. But I thought Thor was an older character for some reason. What about like a gladiator? Gladiators would have been like really like I know that they're not a gladiator. There's not Marvel gladiators, but right.
I mean, they had Western, like comics. They had Disney had comics.
I remember Donald Duck having a. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But in '61, Stan Lee started a lot of the superheroes, Spider-Man and Fantastic Four and Iron Man, the Hulk, Ant-Man, all of them. He come out with all. There was 3 or 4 guys that, or well, there's several that come up with all that. So anyway.
All right, Dancing with the Stars is out, and they have a new cast. And
No way, that's still going on. That's been going on for a long time.
Yeah. So they have like a former NBA star, Dwight Howard. Eric Roberts, brother of Julia, father of Emma.
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl champion, is it Danny Amendola from the New England Patriots? Model Brooks Nader, Real Housewife. They have Tori Spelling. Yes. Now, I did see her. Actually, they showed her coming from a rehearsal of Dancing with the Stars. So I think they are starting to. Wait, let's see here. Looks like the new Dancing with the Stars cast was announced yesterday. Okay, maybe she wasn't coming from. She was just coming from them announcement.
17th, so that's coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah. I don't know. I used to watch it, and then I just kind of stopped watching it. I was not into it like 100%.
And I saw The Voice has a new, what do you call them? Are they judges or coaches, or what are they called?
What is it?
On The Voice.
Oh, they got new coaches?
Well, Snoop Dogg's going to be on there.
He's everywhere. And he actually was at the limit.
And
when his chair was to be there, which is good for him.
I know.
You know what I mean?
When Snoop Dogg's chair was turned around, you could see a little wisp of smoke
coming up from it. Yeah. Remember, he stopped smoking though. He said.
Yeah,
he did. So that leads me right into: have you ever told a little white lie that totally backfired? Okay, here is you got this. Wondering how common this is. Okay, did you ever tell a little white lie when you were young and it backfired? Okay, a guy told his classmates that he had a girlfriend at a different school, but one kid's mom was a teacher there and confirmed that the girl didn't exist.
Whoops.
Oops. All right. A kid wrote their sister's name on a wall with a crown and tried to frame her for it, but she was too young and didn't know how to write yet.
Yeah, we had that. We had something similar to that.
Yeah.
Blamed it on an animal.
Yeah.
We'd had to really.
Yeah.
Bred that cat that
cat would have been in the Genesis. We'd have all been sitting pretty if that cat would have done what she said that cat did. Let's see. A kid went to their friend's house after school and told their mom. Their parents knew they were there, but they didn't know and reported the kid missing.
That happened quite a bit.
I think I've had that happen. I think I
not
was
to me, but
no, but I think I was in all of them. Some of that stuff. Someone pretended to be blind because they thought glasses. They thought glasses were cool. Their parents paid for 3 different doctors before one realized it was a lie. Oh.
Now back in the 80s, after the parents found out, you might have got smacked enough that you would have went blind.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
Someone made a fake Valentine's Day card for their stepdad from a people admire, but put it next to his bed, and it caused major drama. It turned out the guy was a cheater after all. That's not good. That's bad. That's bad. A kid cracked their new phone and claimed it happened when their teacher took it during a test. They didn't expect their mom to call the school and complain. There again, we just talked about this Wednesday, how important it is for teachers and parents to communicate. Number 7, someone failed a math test in 4th grade and their parents had to sign the test, so they tried to forge their signature in crayon. Yeah.
Oh, I did something similar to that one time and got in trouble. Didn't use crayon though. That was pretty good. I was told. That's so
bad.
When your dad's walking across the lunchroom with the principal.
That's so bad.
You better start coming clean.
I would have been.
Well, my dad never came to school for anything, so to see my dad at 10:30 or 11 o'clock at school.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But that's scary that you did that.
I know. And I was actually complimented that it was a pretty decent job. So.
I don't think that's ever should have been complimented. Okay. Not exactly a lie.
We would have never known that if we hadn't sent that letter out to your parents.
Bad. Not exactly a lie, but this one got the most likes. Someone had a standardized test in 3rd grade, and their teacher said once they finished, they could have recess the rest of the day. So they just filled in random answers as fast as possible and had the best day ever and ended up in special ed. Ooh, bad. For those that's now joining us, these are, have you ever told a white lie that totally backfired? While their parents were gone, someone pranked 911 and said, there's an escaped murderer in my house. Then just as the parents got home, the cops arrived and pulled a gun on their dad. Oh, no.
Oh,
that's bad. That's bad.
You shall not see the sun for a long time.
Well, no, and that's the thing too. I mean, that's bad because you're totally crying wolf.
Oh yeah.
For the
what happens when you need it?
Yeah, exactly. And these officers, I mean, they don't know. What if something would have really went bad on that?
It says 9% of moms regret the name they gave their child. I don't think we've given any names that we.
Well, I don't regret.
Well,
I don't have any regrets. I love all the girls' names.
I don't know. I mean, some names now. I think maybe that's more for today than it is for.
Yeah, I don't. I think that
there's some names out there that are kind of whatever.
Well, sometimes they're kind of neat though. Different, unique ones for sure, right?
Yeah. West, north, southwest, southeast. Troublesmith.
So I think 15% of moms have had people being negative or mock their child's name, which is mean. Of course, you can always make slight tweaks, at least early on. 20% of mothers say they've grown to prefer a nickname, whether it's a shorter version of the name or a different name altogether. 15% say they prefer their kid's middle name. 6% of moms have also gone as far as legally change their kid's first name or last name. I don't think so. Some parents spend months with potential names. Others pull a name out of the air and the moment the baby arrives. But no matter how it happens, a chunk of parents want to redo. 9%. 9% of the admit that they regretted.
I think we did
10% say their kid's name just doesn't fit their personalities.
Now, cat maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Sissy baby. Maybe I regret that.
No, that's all right.
But that wasn't because she was not going to stay here.
I
was just trying to something. I wasn't going to name her because I didn't think she was going to stay. And who knew she was going to be?
It became official when they wrote it on the papers.
Yeah.
Sissy Baby White.
Sissy Baby White. Who knew that she was going to be a part? Who knew that?
I don't want to beat this in the ground, but here's 20 facts that you might not know about Beetlejuice.
Oh, well, no, we need to know that.
Tim Burton was already working on Batman when Beetlejuice came around. And Michael Keaton had to kind of work up to the idea of being Batman. He didn't know how that was, because at that point...
You mean Batman or Beetlejuice?
Batman. But he didn't know that, like, the only Batman most of us grew up with was Adam West. And this was a little bit more serious, and so he had to kind of
I think in an interview he said he didn't understand for sure what Tim Burton wanted with Beetlejuice either.
Yeah.
So I think he had to
I think Tim Burton might be that kind of a person, but anyway.
I think it's really cool because I think he lets him be what he thinks.
But I mean, he's kind of an odd guy.
Well, yeah, but that's really cool that you kind of let him develop into that character.
Yeah. Michael Keaton wasn't the first choice for Beetlejuice. Can you guess who might be?
Oh, I think I heard, but who is it?
Sammy Davis Jr.
No way. Oh, not true.
That's what it says. And
I'm a fan of Sammy Davis Jr., but I don't think he would have done Beetlejuice.
Dudley Moore was also suggested, and yeah, I don't know about that one. And Sam Kinison.
Who?
Sam Kinison, the screamer, the guy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good. Different girls were in the running for the Lydia. Sarah Jessica Parker, Diane Lane, Juliette Lewis, Jennifer Connelly. Alyssa Milano was runner-up for the part. Ultimately, Winona Ryder got that part.
Which she does a great job.
Title was almost changed. They suggested House Ghosts, but they decided to do Beetlejuice. Burton almost cut the scene where they are at the dinner and they are all get animated by the ghost and dance to the Harry Belafonte song, the Banana Boat song, and he almost cut that out of the movie.
Well, thank goodness he didn't.
And I think they've remedied this with the new one, but Michael Keaton was only in the movie for 14 minutes.
But he was.
But those 14 minutes.
14 minutes. He made an impact. But.
And
Go ahead, because we got to get out of here. Go ahead.
In the end, in the afterlife waiting room was added after everything was done, and they went back and filmed that and added that in.
Thank
which
goodness
was,
they did. Yeah, thank goodness they did.
the lady that played the mother,
Uh-huh.
the redheaded lady,
Uh-huh.
she actually met a guy that worked on the movie, a production designer, and they got married
That's cool.
during the or after probably after the movie.
She was in Home Alone, and she was in Schitt's Creek. She's really, I can't think of her name right now, but I can see her, but I can't
her
think of her
name.
name.
Last name was, well, anyway. Beetlejuice actually won an Oscar for best makeup.
Yeah. Which was just, all they said was just white makeup with black eyes.
Yeah.
But
And then they've turned. I don't know if people knew this, but they've made it into a Broadway musical. I don't know if it's still playing, but it started in 2022.
awesome.
And, anyway, so those are some things maybe you didn't know.
Right. All right. So Beetlejuice. I'll leave it.
Don't say it.
No, don't do it.
Say it.
All right. Let's say our sponsors.
Yes, McAllister. Land Consulting, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Fox Purley Wealth Management, Mama Rosa's, Americans for Prosperity, Hoosier Upland, Salem Crossing, Walmart, and Mediview Healthcare.
All right. Best Thursday ever. All right.
We'll
It's gonna
be
beautiful
back
day.
tomorrow.
Sprint cars are back at the Salem Speedway with the Kentuckiana Ford dealers Joe James Pat O'Connor Memorial presented by Hard Truth Distillery and NOS Energy Drink coming up Saturday, September the 7th. Division Racing are the 500 Sprint Car Series, Kenyon Midgets, Diesel Boys Race Parts Legends. There'll be sprint cars and drivers at Eddie Gilstrap Motors on Friday, September the 6th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for fans to meet and greet. Open practice on Friday, September the 6th begins at 3 p.m. Grandstands are free to the public for the open practice. The Midwest Vintage Car Club, with vintage race cars, will be on display and making laps on the famed half-mile oval Saturday before the race. On Saturday, the pits open at noon. Practice begins at 3 p.m., with racing starting at 7 p.m., and the NOS Energy Drink girls will be on hand Saturday to hand out free drink samples. Adult general admission is $25. Chairback is $30. Kids 6 through 12 are $5. 5 and under are free. Get more information at 1-866-2GO-RACE or check out salemspeedway.com. At Salem Speedway, the racing is so fast, it's already history.
Got land? Want cash? Vital Farms is here to help. Become an egg farmer and we'll set you up with our best-in-class support team, teach you egg farming our way, and compensate you fairly for the eggs you produce. Call 844-494-VITAL today to learn how you can transform tree-filled or underutilized land into cash flow for your family. Again, our number is 844-494-VITAL or apply online at vitalfarms.com/farmers.